Welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, Cat and Seifer Extraordinaire. That's right, both of those things. And we're going to finish off our power plant today before beginning the epic destiny that is having a train. Having a loco. Loco of the motives. Honestly, not a difficult thing to make aside from the fish oil. But we'll look into that shortly. For now, what we need to do is... Oh, we need to actually also get lanterns together.
Thanks for your support.
The Waffles just
let him
resubscribed
do his
for
message.
7 months. Can I get to some meows with a side of purr, please?
Can you get some meows inside a purr? Look, absolutely, we've got a deal today. You get 6 meows and a purr. So, meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Just be clear, that's not a purr, that's a trill. So it's a noise that cats make sometimes. You know, like when they're chirping at birds? If it's very funny when cats are doing that. They see the birds and they want to get the birds, but they can't get the birds, so they sort of trill at them. That's what that is. It's a trill. Okay, so the problem we have is actually not enough sticks going out. I thought it was my assembler sucked, but no. It's inability to drop stuff. Okay, that's probably going to fix things. Not fix the things I was really after. If you're out of purrs, a trill is fine. Yeah, we don't really typically sell purrs. Purrs are like... Sometimes they do. They make a whole bunch of different noises. Cats are wild. Like, literally, cats are wild. Also, I was thinking... There's this thing here that makes... Coke. Could we use that coke to make steel? Because I'd love to buy the world a coke. I do sell meows for 100 bits. That's... Well, I sell good meows for 100 bits. I don't know if I have a price for just regular old meows. The meow economy is very strange. And it's entirely my fault, mind you, because I was the one that decided to meow for these things. But at the same time, I appreciate the donations. So, while it may be incredibly strange, I have no regrets. Okay, I think I need to expand. Flame grilled organic meows extra, that's true. Only the finest flame grilled meows over here. That sounds illegal. Highly illegal, in fact. At some point soon we're going to... The meow economy? Oh shoot! The meow economy. You know what, I missed the chance for it, but now that it's become a known thing, I can just keep doing it. It can just be, you know, just be a thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. It's the meow economy, stupid. The good news is we are getting lots of intermetallics. The bad news is our fuel sucks. I really shouldn't even be using tar like this. We'll figure it all out eventually. Fret not, noble viewer. Those big buildings are new? Oh yeah. These are the things that are making intermetallics. These are the things that we have been working towards for ages. So, intermetallics are good. How many outer metallics am I getting? I believe that's the next research thing. I'm mostly joking there, but it's also possible. Okay. How many more oil burners do I need? I needed 7, so I need... Still need a ton more iron. I think when I get trains done, I think I'm gonna sort out iron. And one more oil burner just for luck. Oh, we need other things apparently. Ran out of these. Okay. Cool, and then I just need steam engine. Like lots and lots of steam engine. Uh, 17 is probably... Hang on. I may have Panda joining me in a second, I'm not sure. No, I think we're good. Okay, so we've got those built. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Okay, so that's 19, so we need 5 more. Okay, 5 more is not impossible. 5 more is actually the opposite of impossible, it's quite possible. There we go. And that is my... No, it's not my methane power done yet because we still need to mine some things. That's the methane power done until... Well, for now. Did I get that sorted? I think I should consider getting it sorted. And what do these fancy new assemblers need? My 6th sense is panda proximity? No, I just thought I heard a noise coming from Lil K's room.
Quality.
Thank you so much for increasing the quality, Martin. And so I thought maybe Panda was going to come in to let me know something, but I guess I was wrong. Right, I need gearbox and shafts. That could be the next problem. Okay. So we are having lamp problems, which I think we'll sort that out now before we leave. Because I see no reason to half build the power plant without lamps. You don't build a power plant with lamps, what are you doing? Oh, hi. There we go. Just let it keep going. We'll tear through that iron patch eventually. So, for those of you who have not seen my power solution, you're about to see it properly. A fully functional power solution. And with the invention of intermetallics, we have this. It is a bunch of moondrops making methane and oxygen. We don't care about so much the oxygen, but we will at some point soon. What we're actually here for is the methane. Because are we seriously short one? Well, that's disappointing. Not completely fully functional then. What I call unlimited power, I think calling anything unlimited power in Factorio Py is a good way to get yourself made fun of when it turns out it's not unlimited. Okay. It's unlimited until it isn't. Fish is unlimited, I suppose. Okay, so we have approximately, not quite, 611 megawatts here? No, that can't be right. I think it's divided by 2. So about 305 megawatts. Now what we need is a rudimentary... we need just a basic amount of iron and copper. Not even a lot, just a little bit. So we're not even going to do it very well, we're just going to do it like this. Okay, because we need such a small amount of iron, copper, I think this does it. We need 0.8 copper per second. No, per minute. Is that right? We need 50 copper per minute. That's actually not enough then, actually. You can run one RTX 580. The joke is lost on me, I'm afraid. So I'm going to say yes. But I don't know what that actually means. Can I... okay, I'm just gonna do its thing first. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately it has to get a bit bigger than what it was. I need 50 per minute. So 10 of these. And 480. Oh man, this is getting bigger. How much of a transport belt is that going to require? About half. The joke is the latest graphics cards require a lot of power to run. I see, okay. If we do it like this, we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to daisy chain copper. Not really the plan that I had, but we're going to do it. Oh, hey Mojo, how you doing? Right, okay, so the graphics cards take a lot of power. That's fair. How's everyone doing? Veldek, thank you so much for giving a shout out to Veldek. Oh, sorry. Veldek, thank you for giving a shout out to Mojo. There we go, we got that sentence eventually. How's everyone doing? Welcome. For those who are not familiar with me, I am SeiferKatt. We are playing Pi. We are currently making very inefficient copper for the purpose of making lamps. Because I need lamps. Strange thing to require at this stage of the game, but it is also a true thing that I require at this stage of the game. So that should... does it not transfer... does not transfer coal. That's disappointing. I think I would know that. It does not transfer coal the way I anticipated it would. That's okay. You love lamp? I've heard a lot of positive things about people loving lamp. Okay, now that it doesn't need to be separated so much, I don't think we're going to separate it that much. I don't know why I'm fighting this so much, but... So, what we're doing right now is we're trying to make a power plant that runs off moondrop flowers. Because it makes methane, and methane is pretty cool. But, the problem is I need lamps. This is what we're working on currently. We don't need many lamps, but if we run out of lamps, then we make no methane, and then this whole power plant collapses. Which would be a bad thing for a bad thing to happen. I do not want my power plant to collapse, you see. Okay. Surely won't be problems with there's no power in this factory building game. Well, yeah. That is probably the issue. So we're going to avoid that issue where possible. Hope that this ash is dealt with. Now what we don't have is enough copper at this stage, but that can be fixed later. There is just a random box with some electric poles in there, right there. That was surprising. Now this is my old power plant. It was all coal-based and yuck. But this new coal plant that I shot, this new plant is just taking a little bit of iron, a little bit of copper, and a little bit of glass. Glass is a little bit more of a problem. We're going to have to probably import that from, like, over here. Which is doable. It's just going to be a pain. We want the iron. How much iron do we need? Same amount. Wait a second. Shoot, I forgot about copper cables needing copper. We might need a better way to make copper. We might actually need to go to the next level up. That cannot be right. No, it's not, because that's absolutely stupid. Let's try that again, shall we? Get that that way. But then you also go into matrix mode. There we go. Now that's going to make more sense. There we go. There we go. It just requires 4. It's going to require a lot more space than I really anticipated it doing, though. And let's sort out iron. Let's just do it properly. Okay, that's not too bad. So we need some mining drills, some jaw crushers. Okay, so this was going to require a little bit more work than I anticipated. That's okay. But while I'm here, I will also fix my coal gas problem, because the problem is I'm using coal gas to burn like heavy industries, and it just does not have the fuel value for it. So we're going to get the car, fix that up, and then we can sort something else out. I would love to start getting trains thought about today, but we need to get the power being stable first. Big fan of coal gas. You know what? I was a big fan of coal gas until I realized it'd be much better to make syngas instead. And use syngas. Like, we make the syngas, we should just use it better. Okay. So that's my synergistic gas. Because coal gas should not be used the way that we are currently using it. We can't sustain that. So that's syngas, which is used for almost nothing, but not quite nothing. Now it's also not being made right now because the amount of coal gas that we're consuming means that no syngas is made, which is kind of a cause and effect problem. Like, we have no syngas because it's all being used. Coal gas is being used, but the reason why we have no coal gas is because it's not using syngas. It's the dumbest chicken and egg you'll ever see. Okay. Is that better? Yeah, happy now? Right. Let's do it this way. Don't worry about that tree. That tree knew what it signed up for. Don't worry about that forest. Never worry about a forest. I'm also reminded, did you ever see the movie Fern Gully? You know, there was like that big monster that was basically inside the trees. I would let that monster go in a heartbeat in Factorio. I don't know if that movie was any good. I feel like it probably wasn't. I don't know if the problem was that it was like a very environmental slant. I think the problem with it was just a bad movie. I don't think environmentalism equals bad movie. I think it was just bad movie. I think bad movie equals bad movie. Possibly the best part about it is they had Robin Williams playing a bat called Batty. Which... come on. You could have named a bat better than Batty. Maybe they couldn't have. Maybe the woke took them over. My car is not designed to wipe out trees. I think it's doing a pretty damn good job. All things considered. The woke named a bat Batty. Ah, the woke. They got us even in the 90s. That's actually valid. I'm trying to remember who like the main male, like who was the main cast in that show, in that movie. Like Robin Williams was like a side character. Robin Williams made very good side characters. He was a very good main character. I think Robin Williams was just great. I don't know. Yeah, I mean I don't know either. I could just Google it, but don't care. It'd be like that. Fern Gully, the last rainforest. Tim Curry was Hexus. And then I don't give a crap about anyone else. The tar guy was Tim Curry, which, that seems appropriate. Classic villain name though, right? Hexus. Ooh, like hexes. Okay, my plan now was to make one more of these power generators called an oil burner. We are short a gasifier. What's a gasifier need? Oh, no, gasifier. Need steel. Okay. That's fair. I don't know if I'd recommend watching that movie. Ever. And not just because of the woke mind virus that I'm joking about, but also because I don't think it was a good movie. What does it rate? What does it rate? Fern Gully... IMDb. What is... Oh god, there's a sequel. No. Fern Gully 2, there's a sequel? Well, I don't need to tell you this, but they didn't get Robin Williams for the sequel. Okay, Fern Gully rates 6.6. Not surprising. Fern Gully 2, 4.4. Yeah, that's not surprising. Could have told you that one rated worse. I think I did. Sometimes you see a sequel for a movie and you're like, there's no way in hell this sequel is going to be better than the original, and the original was bad. And I was not surprised. I would like some more miners. Oh, actually, let's sort out all my shit, shall we? So what do we actually need? These stone furnaces. That's the last thing we need to worry about. We need automated screeners, 7 of them. I think we might actually have those. Hexus was a Catan? Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know enough about the Catan. All I know is they were good settlers. Ba-dum-tsh. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do my own. I've robbed you with that joke about taking all your wheat. Look man, I got wood for sheep, I can't help it. That joke's dangerous in New Zealand because people think you're going to take their sheep. He's got wood for sheep, get him! So many fights over people having wood for sheep. 4 plus 2 is also known as 6. They made the factories for the Necrons step into and become immortal. They lost their souls and they were just eating the souls. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Later regarded by the Necron Society as a dick move. Or would have if they had a society left. But you know, eaten. To shreds, you say? Yeah. And his wife? To shreds, you say? They did get revenge. They certainly did. That I do know. They are sharded pretty bad. I mean, did they get their revenge? The general rank and file, the Necrons, did not get their revenge. Their souls are gone, and they have no free will or autonomy. Sure, they live forever. That was kind of their want, but, you know, they made a devil's bargain against a devil they did not truly understand. The universe does not, or the galaxy does not belong to them. So they didn't really win in the end. Oh yeah, no, they messed up the Catan super bad. I'm not saying that the Catan are happy about this end situation, but I think if you have your soul eaten, it doesn't matter if you had your revenge. You already lost. I don't know what I'm going to do about fuel trains. Do I have fuel trains? Ert. I mean, one of them just maintains his collection of weird shit and loves it. You know what? I respect that. He's probably my favorite Necron, the one who just collects shit. What? Sorry. I don't know. He's got his light. Well, then the way it breaks to not let him, really. Alright. Son's being a pain. He's not being a pain, he's being a baby. He's just being a big baby. Okay. So basically what I want to do here is this is where I would like to probably stop most of what I'm doing with the it's okay, it'll burn itself out. That goes that way. And then that does not go that way. Okay. I mean, the Necron who collects stuff has really good memes, I gotta say. Like him waking up in like the London Museum being like, ah, so this is how this feels. That's pretty funny. Whole gas should start to build up now. Should it? None of this should be running on coal gas anymore. And that does appear to be correct. I would say, oh, it's probably filling up this side first, isn't it? The once it's done filling that up. I filled that up pretty quickly. They actually said now it fills that up and then it'll fill everything else up. Okay, cool. That should be connected to the syngas, which will build up supply eventually. This should be starting to fill up now. Yes, and when that fills up to almost full, then it will go. Okay, yep, that's good. So that probably solves my fuel problem, at least that way. What is the... Things have different colors. Orange, what? Maybe it's like different mods? Post-processing. No, I don't know. These aren't making us scurrying around your tubes to find stuff that barely comprehend is funny. That's a good meme too, actually. I mean, don't the mechanists have like a Catan or like shards of Catan as the Omnisire or something like that? Or is that just like essay? Yeah. Like, the bloody mechanists are back. Daryl, the mechanists are back! This is why I told you, don't feed them. I just gave them one of those little trinkets. Damn it, this is why the mechanists keep coming back. You keep giving them trinkets. I thought they'd like it. They did like it. Now they're not going away. The Void Dragon, I see. Okay, so we're changing that up. Because while it was a fun idea for a time, I don't know if it's the correct idea for where we are in life. I think we have to be a step better. Okay. Let's just pop this over here. That's done. Then we need 4 of these. Two, 3, 4. We need 7 of these. Oh god. Copper used to be chill. Copper is not chill anymore. How many inserters do you need? Inserters. Just one of the fancy ones. I don't have a lot of fancy ones left though, that's the problem. We're running out of the fanciness. That's the wrong ones as well. That's the wrong ones. This is the one we start with. I see. I'm not a big fan of the astromech, or whatever the hell they're called. I don't really care for the mechanists. You're biased on... Wait, biased on as you like them or you don't like them? Like, what is your bias towards the... You friggin' love them? Okay. That is allowed, I suppose. The only thing I really like about them is just like the opening to what's that game? The game with the Necrons. I always forget what it's called. Probably the most obvious name. I literally can't remember. What is that name? What is the name of that game? Mechanus. Oh god. It really, yeah, I knew it would be an obvious name. Yeah, that's the one. I said it would be called an obvious name. I wasn't joking. Warhammer 40k Mechanist. Well, yeah, obviously it's going to be Warhammer 40k Mechanist, but yeah. Warhammer. Yes, it is Warhammer. That is true. Look, I'm all orcs all the time. I'm an orc main. I love me my orcs. Give me my boys. Okay, look, you know what? That opening though is like the thing that is like just the best way to describe the Mechanist though. Like if anyone goes, what is the Mechanist about? You play that opening and they're like, I get it. Like you can't not get it after seeing that opening. How much they despise the flesh. Does orcs have a sniper on stilts? I don't want a sniper on stilts. I hate sniping. I want the boys to get stuck in. And also, orcs never lose. So, you know. This is the best meme. I'm for a meme. What do we got? Hang on, I'm going to mute this for a second. I don't want to get captured by something else again. Let's see. That was stupid as hell. That was stupid as hell. Worth. That was stupid. Okay. Then we want copper grade 1 to go that way. Wait, tall boys, is that what the big things are called? Tall boys? Isn't that just the name of like a set of dresses? Like a big dresser, isn't that a tall boy? I don't have enough fancy inserters. Is a tall boy a big bear? It's at this point that I realize that we might be talking about different things. I think like a set of dresses like with a lot of drawers that stands like your height is a tall boy, but it is possible that more than one thing can be called a tall boy. I hope I don't have to keep making this copper thing. To be fair, I'm only making this so I can be lazy. So I guess that's my fault. Then we need like 3 furnaces. How many? 3 will suffice, apparently. We'll do a 4th one just for fun. I'm a radical wild guy. I can do 4 furnaces. Okay. Where's my ash? Okay. Toolboy is a piece of furniture incorporating a chest of drawers and a wardrobe on top. Yeah. I wasn't wrong, but also, that's not what I thought a toolboy was. So I guess I kind of was wrong, but for a different reason? A toolboy is a term used to describe oversized beer cans, and not a chest of drawers. We're all wrong or right. You know what? I like to think that describes my stream a lot. There we go. Will I burn the copper ore? Yeah, probably actually. Yep, there it goes. Just if anything that's not raw coal goes in there. What's the end goal of this game you've never played? Okay, so Spongetron. This is a heavily modified version of Factorio. So what you're seeing here is not how Factorio works. I mean it is, but this is like far, far, far more complicated than Factorio normally is. Normally the goal is to build technology and get a rocket into space. And then the expansion expands on that and like tries to get the edge of the solar system. This mod is probably 10 to 100 times more complicated. I don't think I'm making that number up. This mod is asking if it was worth it. Yeah, that's actually probably about right. It's a very fun game though. What I recommend is if you like a factory building game, or you might be, check out the demo. It is a very good demo, and it teaches you the game slowly in a way that makes sense, and the demo is very good. It is very lengthy, and the demo will let you know whether it's a game for you. I love the game. I've literally got 3,000 hours into it. That is a ridiculous number of hours, but the demo is like just such a good idea. The game never goes on sale by design. It just doesn't. But you will know if this is a game for you after you play the demo. As I said, what you're seeing, if this looks overly complicated, this is the mod that makes it look complicated. The game is not easy, but the mod is not making it look any easier. The mod is punishing. But the game itself, like, as you're building your factory, everything sort of just makes sense to you. That's one thing I don't like about the tutorial, actually, because they put you into like a half-built factory, and I feel like a half-built factory is harder to work within a non-built factory, because you know where everything is. You know your logic with where you put everything. And I feel like it's like going into someone else's factory and having no idea what the hell's going on. particularly like that much. I understand why they did it that way, because sometimes building the factory can be daunting, but not a fan. Like if any of you gave me your factory and told me to keep going. It's also on the Steam, it's also on Steam, I think. But I mean, like, I'd just be like, I have no idea what you're doing in this factory. I don't know how to play. I've completely forgotten how to play now that I've seen your factory. There's also a bunch of other mods going on over here as well, so because the mod's so complicated, I've had to complicate my own mod. Yo dog, I heard you like complicated mods, so we added more mods to you for you to try and make it simpler, however you confuse yourself more. It is truly a great game, though. I wouldn't have spent so many hours into it if I did not think it was a great game. Okay, that's that done, that's that done. Now I just need to smelt the iron. After 1500 hours, you can say you're still a novice at this game. After 3000 hours, I'm an undisputed master of the game and no one can beat me. I am #1 in the world, after all. Arguably. I mean, yeah, you can. What is it going? That's a different line, okay. The amount of quality, yeah, I think this is probably is the best made factory game. Devs that care and fix things that aren't even bugs because mods introduce them. Like if the bugs are created because a mod was like, oh, I did something stupid, that should be like the developer going, yeah, well, that's not my problem. Get out of my house. Like, Factorio devs are like, oh, that's weird, the game shouldn't do that. Okay, yeah, we'll fix that. It's not how you run a game company, people. You get angry at your people, tell them to F off, and you never talk to them again. That's how you're supposed to do it. But woo, I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to run like a good PR campaign or something? I don't know, it's weird. Okay. Now we've got the stone. Actually, if we do this... It's almost like they like games more than money. Yeah, I can't stand that. This is why I like companies like EA, because they don't give a shit about me as a person or my hobby. They just want my money. And I appreciate the honesty. I don't appreciate the honesty. Thanks, Odaba. Now if I remember rightly, I just need one of these, yeah. So I will make one of these. Ooh, quality. Yeah, we'll raise quality. Done. We're gonna get some more copper cables. Boop, boop. Yeah, you didn't need to tell me that I said that one. I know what I said that time. Boop. Ash. That way. Part of me thinks I should really hate Ash, but I really don't. It's just so much fun. I hope that furnace can manage. Okay. Does he have a redemption arc? Don't say that. He's gonna start hitting down on the thing. You know how much shock therapy we've had to give Odaba before he stops like lowering quality? So much. You think I like shocking Odaba until he cries? I do a little bit actually. Okay. Oh, I got my other oil burner that okay. Lamp. We still need glass. We haven't got glass yet. But the plan was to get glass from like over here, wasn't it? I'm not even going to worry about that. Oh no, I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, no, I was right. And I need a glass works. Okay. Makes sense. Which is just copper plate. Funnily enough, I have copper plate. The other quality just covering up Seif. I was thinking about having a new redeem, which like swaps between the VTuber cat and me. So like one's like go away Seif and the other one's go away cat. Both of them are just go away. Anyway, that's what I was thinking. Seems like someone is having pie for dinner. Is it a kiwi pie? You mean a mince and cheese? I wish. I'd love a mince and cheese pie. Love pie though. How are you doing, Tumbling Satellite, by the way? You doing well? How's you? You're playing, what was that? Captain of Industry, right? Captain of Industry, I was right. I've seen you playing that over there. Okay, cool. So we've got the fuel, we just need to get the glass over here, which we're going to sneak over using a series of pulleys and tubes. Also, we're going to finish off this... Oh, wait. See, this is why we're building lamps. This is what's happened. Our power died. My lamps stopped. Cheese is pretty good. It's just a good old mince and cheese. Can't go wrong with a good old classic mince and cheese. You haven't played Pi? You're going on a limb and say no power is not ideal. There is power, thankfully. It's just not as much as this is my new power plant, but it needs lamps to run. I'm not even making that up. It actually does need lamps to work. Because the lamps grow the flowers, and the flowers make the methane. The methane is the power. No power is not ideal, but there's a lot of ways to make power. Hi. No, I can't. Vortex free also high? Nice. And then we're gonna go Ash needs to leave this factory somewhere. Oh hey. We got these. Nice. Actually what we'll do is go not Ash. And then yes Ash. That way, that all powers itself, that all powers itself, that's all good. Right, now we just gotta get the glass connected, that's all we gotta do. That's actually gonna be a pain in the butt, but that's okay. A pain in the butt is what they used to call me in high school. Sadly, that was not untrue. Well, it's kind of untrue. Probably wouldn't use the word but. So what's the technical reason for lamps on this? So I've got it so that the flowers using water and lamps can make lamps, methane and oxygen. Most of the time they'll make lamps, 95% of the time, but there's a 5% chance the lamp breaks. The lamps are required to make sure that the power continues. Because otherwise I have to keep feeding it lamps. Currently, I have no lamps. The lamps are not immortal, exactly. But once we have the lamps going, then we will find ourselves in a much better... Brother, do you have lamp? We'll find ourselves in a much better place. So right now I'm just going to put this super long line for molten glass. And then we can start thinking about what a train looks like. First off, we're going to build train tracks actually. Yeah, I knew this line was going to be so long it's going to upset the factory, but that's fine. Remove the flesh from the lamps. I am sickened by them. Oh, for flup's sake. Ran out of pipes. For the sake of flops. The good news is, very soon we're going to come across iron. At that point... Not going to be enough though. And even then, the iron is miles away. We've left the car behind, haven't we? Let's go get the car. We're doing alright. We left the car behind, but that's okay. That happens. I'm not using any caravans. I do use caravans. Pray tell, how would... Oh, I guess I could caravan glass. I don't want to use caravans so much. I'm done building caravans. What do you mean I'm not using... I'm using like 8 of them. And that's enough. And then we're going to go into trains. No, I've got like 8 of them. Because I needed to supply this area. So that's supplying my intermetallics. Honestly, they need to unionize. They can unionize after I get trains. What about brains? Plenty of brains. Tons of brains. Circuit network, yes. Or as the local legend says when we have heaps of something, heaps as, bro. We've got heaps as. Which, that is a phrase that confused my wife, who is a non-New Zealander. Like, cool as, just anything as. Heaps as. Happy as. It's like a simile without the actual part of the simile. So we'll have heaps as. Whoop. I mean, that was always going to happen. We got tons of brains. Do we have anything despicable things? I'm not here to do despicable things, spoilers. Do we have anything like that? Not really. Australia tends to be a little bit more crass than New Zealand. So we don't tend to have, we don't tend to use Australia's favourite word as regularly as Australia does. People do use it, of course, but we don't use Australia's favourite word quite as much. I'm not saying New Zealanders are not crass. We have our moments, and you certainly have your, you know, some people like using those words more than others, but generally not a lot. Not as much. So we are at least civilized. I mean, you know, it is also true, they are not there to F spiders. Which is good. You know, I always appreciate when someone tells me what they're here, not here to F spiders. Because now I know they're not here to F spiders. I'm like, oh, thank God. And my spiders are also just as pleased. You know, I'm not one for pleasing spiders. Not a fan of spiders, but I'd prefer that we didn't, like, you know. I prefer no spiders F spiders, nothing F spiders, including other spiders. I prefer spiders which is not in any equation. It's the worst maths problem when you're doing math problems and there's a spider in the equation. You're like, ah, shit! It's a goddamn spider! You don't want that. Alright, can we... We start getting the glass somewhere. But what I might do is just do a little cheeky undergroundy. That is actually a really good one. Wait, what? Okay. You know, you go into Trade Me or like Facebook Marketplace, hey, no spider floppers. You know, if you're here to F spiders, I'm not selling you my PlayStation. I like when people like on those marketplace sites are like, you know, no time wasters, and it's like, bro, they don't think they're wasting your time. They think they're making an amazing deal. The Quailer? No, no, not quite. No, none of the spider bosses from. No. Quaileg's sister. No, I'm not a fan. As I said before, I ain't no spider effer. And his servant, Mr. Egg. Hello, Mr. Egg. Hello, I'm Mr. Egg. It'd be cool if his name was actually Mr. Egg. You know what? He is there to F spiders. Can we agree on that? She was cool. I like Miss Muffet from Undertale. She has a spider bake sale. I mean, who doesn't want to buy baked goods from spiders? You know what? I just thought about that for a second. I don't think I want to buy baked goods from... Oh, for fudge's sake. Did I really place that in front of me? What am I, stupid? Don't answer that. But yeah, a little bit stupid. Oh, guys, I got the stupid again. We all knew this day would come. Okay, 1,000 out of... Okay, that's a big number. We're gonna need a few more pumps. What the hell is that? An underflow valve. Name a better duo. SeiferKatt and driving into things. Yeah. You're not wrong. I don't know if it's a better duo, but a more iconic duo. Would you like something to drink? A good time for a lucky spider. Oh, gross. I don't like that. Would you like something to drink? We have water, milk, juice, spiders, Dr. Pepper. Spiders? Alright, spiders it is. Ugh. Yeah, that's why you don't ask questions. Never ask questions, that's my advice. I like that intimity. It's like fun to drive over. It's just a lovely shade of pink. Very pretty. Really? Really? Now you happy? Yes. Close enough? Close enough. At this point, we should be making... There we go. Power is made. One more thing I'd like to change, and then we're completely done. Couple of things actually. Oh, it's difficult to drive it through this way now, because of all the pipes I put in. Couple of things. Okay, first off, I would like that to do this. I would like that to be a tad faster. I'd like to put a lamp down. Makes sense that the machine that makes lamps should have lamps. Okay. One more thing, and then we're going to start looking at what we need for trains. Cobbler's kids have the worst shoes? Why is that? I guess because their parents have to fix them, and their parents are probably busy doing paid work, right? That's the common idea. The priority is that side. Is it like the trainee that has like a house that's incomplete? Oh god, they have no lights here? That's not acceptable. I mean, honestly, I don't really hear a lot of people talking about cobblers. A lot of cobbler speak in this day and age. You have a streamer friend who's a cobbler, actually? Huh. I don't know how much work there is for cobblers these days, because I imagine people would just buy new shoes. Okay, so power is sorted. Do we agree on that? Yes. They make and fix Burks. The hell's a Burke? Okay. That's done. Birkenstocks. Okay, what the hell's a Birkenstock? All right, here we go. The plan of this is 1 train per minute. Probably fine. Fish oil is going to be my problem. So let's just go fish oil. Let's make fish oil. Let's make... I don't know, some... It's type of shoe. Okay, fair enough. 2,000 fish oil per minute is probably more than we need. Let's take that down to 500. You don't want to work on things that is your job, that's true. Don't know Birkenstock, you're upset. Sorry. I'm not really a shoe kind of guy. Ingredients. Fish eggs, yes. Where do we get fish eggs from? Fish and phytoplankton. Alright. Ah, okay, quality shoes. Okay, now I understand why you probably want to do that. No? Okay. We need jerky, understood. We can make jerky out of meat though, so... And guts. Still requiring more jerky than we make. Huh. Okay. So jerky and water will make us phytoplankton. But so will 110 in grade 1. What does 10 grade 1 mean? Right. That's the better version of 10. I'm confused. The good quality 10 can make phytoplankton. Okay, well let's just do it that way. And then we're going to mine it, of course. Unless we make it out of meat, which... Oh, of course, then we get the... Right, I think I've got a better understanding how this works. Then we have the leftovers of the guts and the meat and the skin, which we can also use to make phytoplankton. Or we could just use that to make jerky somewhere else. That's fine too. Ingredients, oxygen, that's fine. Biomass. Literally everything turns into biomass. Saline water. Let's turn off on research recipes. That's just confusing me. If I had bugs enabled, would I gain a resource from that? I don't know. Maybe? Okay. And so that would get me 500 fish oil. Is there anything else I'd need there? I don't think so. Lamps. Mother flippin' lamps. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? How's the lamp situation going? It's going alright, actually. And what if we made fish oil over here? Probably like... Wait, why don't I make it near the tin? Because that... I'll never make it like over here. Got watering pumped anyway, so that's probably a better place for it. We're not making high grade tin oil, but that's probably okay. Okay, I think that's my plan. So, what do we need first? Oh, that low quality shit, thank you very much, sir. Okay. Quality? Why not? Why not? That's a good idea. Waffle, thank you so much for the quality. Oop, legendary. Okay, where do we start? We start with... Do we start with a fluid mining drill? I see no reason why not. Where we start, in reality, is where we should always start, which is over here in my semblance of a mall. You know what, Waffles, you asked about what I gain a resource the bugs. I assume your biters were still enabled. I don't think so, because the game does heavily suggest turning them off. Like, I didn't choose to turn the bugs off, I just put on default settings and the bugs were gone. So I would say probably not. Okay, we now want 8 washers. Not to put it well on it. I suppose that's a good point. Oh look, 8 exactly. Boop, easy. We're just going to tick these off as we make them. Jaw crusher, yep. Oh, surely we've got some jaw crushers already. We do. Tick. Automated screener, I feel like we've got those already as well. We do. Check. Phytoplankton farm, here we go. Here's where the bullshit begins. Stone, bricks, and glass. Okay. Lots of glass. Spiders kill mosquitoes, so they're bros. I mean, sure, that may be the case, but it doesn't mean you have to like them. I understand that, you know, we don't like mosquitoes. I'm not questioning that. I just don't like spiders. Ugh. Storage tank. What does that actually require? Pure aluminum and lead. Okay. Most of them can't hurt us. It doesn't matter. It's not about hurting. It's about just not liking them in general. You're asking for rational thought here on a irrational fear. I don't think I'm that afraid of spiders anymore. I used to be more phobic towards them, but now I'm just like, eh, don't like them. That is one way of looking at it. How many do I want? 4? 4. And then I want 25 fish farms. Which is a lot of steel, a lot of glass, a lot of lot of simple circuit boards. We don't have that many simple circuit boards. Well, we'll do what we can. Yeah, immediately run out of circuit boards. I saw that one coming like a second too late. It's just a little Carnifex. Turners aren't spiders though. Let's see, what else did I want? More farms. I might hold off on doing the full build at this point. And then some slaughterhouses. Just titanium and steam engine. Okay. Oh, those are not difficult to come by. Oh, hey. Burners might be spiders. They can be whatever they want to be. That is actually true. House. Slaughterhouse. Remember, if you remove the S, it becomes Laughter House. Wouldn't you rather go to the Laughter House? More glass, more steam engines. I think Jonker quote, is it actually? Porterhouse. I mean, you'd rather go to the Porterhouse, obviously. They've got good steaks. Steaks are high over there. You can also make phytoplankton another way. The jerky way. We can make jerky through the guts. No. I don't know why you're doing this. There we go. It's a slow burn though. But it means less copper is required, like significantly. Oh, sorry, less tin. Jared Leto played the Joker, removing an S from Slaughterhouse. Oh, you know what? I didn't know that. I haven't seen that Jokerman. So I wouldn't know that joke. We've run out of antimony. Really? I see. Also, I've forgotten. The number one thing I needed to make before anything else is train tracks. Rail, rather. If my life. Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, sure. We need rail. I would like to be making 200 a minute. Yeah, trying to be the next Heath Ledger is kind of a tough ask. Sorry, you want how much solder? That's that's a lot. That is a lot. You need to just... You're here. We need you here. Really? Is there a better way to make solder coming up very soon? There better bloody be a better way to make solder very soon. That's next level. That's not even worth looking at. Okay, there's not a better way to make solder at this stage. Understood. Maybe 200 is too much of an ask. 200 per minute's a lot. Well, not that much. Oh, it only makes 3... Okay, that's the problem. It only makes 3 rail per... Well, what can you do, right? What can you do? Oh, there we go. See, now it's only 16. No, it's already... It's still a ridiculous number. That was the joke. How do you get rid of this forest? I mean, I think one of the great things about Heath Ledger's Joker is he was just the Joker, right? I wasn't Jared Leto's one, the one with the tattoos all over and the gold teeth? It didn't look like the Joker. I'm not a DC fan, but what the heck? I at least vaguely know Batman. I mean, the best Joker will always, of course, be Mark Hamill's, but, you know, that's just because Mark Hamill was just amazing as the Joker. It was amazing they did, for the Arkham games, they still used, like, the animated voice cast. That was generally just an amazing idea. Okay. So maybe I should have actually been busting these trees down. That might make more sense. Right. I don't know how much solder I think I'm going to make, but I'll make as much as I can, I suppose. Focus on getting it through the way that it's going currently. Okay. I was going to start on rail first. It just seemed like the better idea. Now I can probably use this treated wood we have over here already.
Got some quality?
Got some quality. Yeah, let's go to tier 2. Wonderful, thank you. So that's my treated wood. Where's the treated wood go? Oh, the treated wood's going straight into these machines and making the formica. I can always have another tar processing unit and make the treated wood that way. Probably not a bad idea. I mean, I've got this machine, I might as well use it, right? I got a ton of this creosote, whatever the hell that is. Yeah. I think in general, once I get trains, I'll be a lot happier about life. You seem to be wanting 3 of these going, huh? I think we're asking for a bit too much there. Now that you set the controller down. Okay. Heath was the best live action Joker. Yeah, absolutely. I don't doubt that. He was menacing without being over the top. He was believable that he was insane. It was just amazing. Mark Hamill, yeah, Mark Hamill's best voice actor, he's best live action. I accept that. I'm not going to argue that point. That's a correct point no matter how you swing it. I am going to really just half-ass this. How hard would it be to make these things? The automated factory, shafts and gearboxes, how hard are they really? Our stunning expose will tell us more. The gearbox is the fish oil. Got it. There's only one answer for Batman? Oh yeah? Who's the one answer for Batman? Adam West. That was a joke. Yeah, no, okay then yes, absolutely. I mean, that's why he was in Arkham. R.I.P. if I remember rightly. Yeah. I mean... yeah. We're gonna do this. Going into the level 1 assembler. That's still not quite right, but at the same time, I don't give a shit enough of a shit. Okay, so that should make lots of sticks. Now, solder is the problem. Oh, and stone's not going to be great either. Bedtime? Alright, sleep well. I'm probably not going to go until 10 today, by the way. I'm probably going to go until 9:30, just because I got some dishes to do. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. It's not the best way to make solder, but whatever, it's all I've got currently. And what I've got is what I got. Remember that? Remember loving is what I got. I'll try. Spaghetti grows. Okay. Spaghetti grows and I tremble. Alright, we grow a lot of wood that I don't think we really needed. It's fine. Let's see. It was still probably the correct number. Okay. So how are we doing for this? Then we just need to figure out where stone is. Which I don't think we've figured that out yet. Stone. Just a regular old stone. Well, there's some saline water, which I don't know if I care about, but whatever. There's some stone. Let's just run it through the factory, make the spaghetti problem even worse. Trains will stop a lot of the spaghetti problem that we've got. It will create a new problem. I'm not saying it's going to fix everything, but it will fix the spaghetti problem that's slowly growing to a point that is almost unmanageable. Unmanageable for subpar Factorio players, should I say, not for me. I've managed worse spaghetti. Oh god, I have managed worse spaghetti. So, solder, bolts, treated wood, steel, shit, steel. I mean, not shit, I mean, whatever. It's not a big deal for an experienced Factorio player like myself. You know what? Let's do it that way. I am getting concerned with how large this is becoming. Oops, nope. Treated wood is a good combustible, is it? It's not bad, actually. Oh wow, yeah, so wood is 2 megajoules and treated wood is 8. You do need to use the creosote. Oh. Where were you, like, hours ago on that one, Horst? It's okay, I'm not actually judging. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be 5 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I missing? Solder, bolts, treated wood. Solder, bolts, treated wood. Yes. Gotta be careful not to be too clever with that sort of thing. Now, I'm going to do something which you wouldn't normally do. I'm going to build a deposit. Now, normally you wouldn't build a deposit here. My hope is that in the time that it takes me to build a lot of stuff, this will just be building up for ages. And it'll sustain me until we have a real problem. Hope or cope? I said hope, but cope is probably accurate too. So that's going to just start storing my rail. I don't know if it's going to store it fast enough or if we're going to make enough, but the point is it'll start storing it. And that's just all I got right now. If I fill this box up, I will be very happy about it, but I don't anticipate that actually being a thing that happens. Our resources will die from some direction that I don't expect. I know that. I don't need to question that. But that's alright. The resources are made to be used. We're not making 200 per minute, but that's okay. We don't need 200 per minute. We just need some being made, which is happening. Okay. Fish oil is next, and then we can start making all sorts of wacky and wonderful things. But we got train tracks. What are they stacking? Hundreds? Okay. Yeah, I think the tin's going to run out, and then the lead's going to run out. It's just going to be... I mean, again, we got to use the resources we make, right? We probably need to deal with all this ash at some point in the near future too. How's power going? Let's look at power and be sure that that's still working and be happy. Just had an idea. I love ideas. Whew. Excuse me. Instead of go away form, make them come back form. Oh, come back's good. You know, that's way better. It's way nicer. I see what you mean. Instead of go away cat, come back, go away Seif, it should be come back cat, come back Seif. You know, that's nicer. I like that. It's a more positive outlook. Yeah, I like that way more. Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Glacier. That's good advice. I don't know if I can make the bot do it. I don't think I want the bot to do it, because I think if it goes, you know, come back Seif and I'm picking my nose and not wearing a shirt, then I'll be like, ah! Also, ah! So, you know, I don't think I want the bot to be able to change the scenes. I think that's a bad idea. I don't know why I wouldn't be wearing a shirt, but let's just assume this is a thing that could happen. The good news is, we are making lots of power. Yeah, I don't know why I'm just randomly not wearing a shirt. They're requests, but demands. What do they look like without alt mode? That's a good question. They look like that. Not even growing flowers. They're requests, not demands. Okay, I think it's a very good request. I think it's a smart idea. But yeah, so this is actually just a whole bunch of methane which is powering my factory. Oh, we have advanced combinators. Oh, hey! Oh, combinators. What? I'd like Cyberson Trade Network. I'd have to learn how to use it, but that's going to be good for my smaller things. Energy generation. I don't know how much I care about that. Especially now. There's a lot of stuff I just don't care about there anymore, because now power is... I'm pretty happy with it. Fish upgrade! Never mind, we're back in action, boys. One question, where do we get the biomass from? Can we get the biomass, say, from fish? We can. It doubles the amount of fish that I need. But... what else would I make a fish out of? A biomass out of? Fish's power? No. This is for fish oil, which is needed for my gearboxes. Can I turn skin into biomass? I can turn skin into biomass. Well, that's not bad. Can I turn bones into biomass? I can. At that point, we have too much biomass. So basically I butcher the fish, I turn their meat and guts into fish, into jerky eventually, and then I turn their skin and bones into fish food. It's not a bad idea, but... skin is used for a lot of things. Then maybe skin is not where fish is about. We're not, you know, maybe we can get skin from other things. I mean, the point of this build is not to get skin, bones, meat, or any of this. The point of it is to get fish oil. So we use the build to make fish oil. That's what we're here for. I mean, that's just logical sense, right? We need oxygen. Oxygen's going to come from here, I guess. Is there tin nearby? Like over here somewhere. Not that I can see. Well, kind of. No, that's not right. Why would I write tin? Does it say phosphate? Phosphate is not the same as tin. No, it's just stupid. Okay. Why do you think phosphate rock is tin? I mean, that looks like where I'm going to be making it. It looks like a good place. The oxygen could be a problem, but if the oxygen's really a problem, what I can do is just use an electrolyzer. Well, no, we're not going to do that. I could use an electrolyzer. It'll take 8 megawatts, which these days I don't care about 8 megawatts. And if some hydrogen, which I can just, I don't know, turn it to gasoline, I suppose. I don't know, don't care. 8 megawatts is nothing anymore. If I needed to make a lot, then, you know, we'd probably make a methane factory again. But it's not really that much. The lamps are going to be a pain, as always. I don't know what I'm going to do about the lamps. Stone, I could probably figure something out about stone. I could probably use this stone, actually. Eight megawatts is the amount of power that Bill Gates says should be enough for anyone. Yeah, Bill Gates would know a lot about electricity because he was, like, big into electricity back in the day. I heard he programmed the first electricity. Sometimes I say dumb shit because it's funny. Sometimes I say dumb shit and I'm like, I'm an idiot. Even as a joke that was stupid. He was shocking elephants to prove it was dangerous. Oh god, that was Edison, wasn't it? Proving that AC power was dangerous. I mean, look, we got 500 rails. That's a good. You know what? I haven't thought about. What does stops need? Okay, stops are actually relatively simple. It's just 4 ingredients, which for this mod is simple. Oh, I didn't know there was a possibility. We also can start building roboports very soon, which is neat. Actually, what are we lacking for that? Belts, gearboxes, which is the fish oil again. We're actually quite close to construction bots being a possibility. In that regard, maybe I should be looking at this. Portable gasoline generator. Yes! No, that's Orc Tech. That is Orc Tech. Alright, well now it's good time to stop. Well, we've finished the power plant, and it's working well. We have sorted this out. I think this is working well now as well, right? Yeah, this has got syngas working on it now, so that's a lot happier. We've got all the stone that we've got no plans for. This is one of the first things I probably want to have the trains, having like just a place to store crap, like ash and stone, and then export it to places where it's needed. Oh, that broke again. It breaks regularly. Main slowness on my science is because of this, because the wood keeps getting away from us. Because we use the wood for other things, which we really should stop doing. The wood gets through there, and really it should just stop. But it doesn't. That's actually why science isn't working very well. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter. I like how everything's sort of compacted in different ways. We never finished building this either, which we'll get around to one day probably. The good news is about the Vrooks is most of the things turn into meat or meat and chitin really. The Vrooks seem to have dealt with themselves. Yeah, anyway, I've already saved. Let's call it. Cats are gone. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you are new here, please do consider following. I'd appreciate it. But you do what makes you feel comfortable. That's all I ever really want. I want you to be comfortable and happy. That's what I want for you. Okay? I know sometimes it's tricky, but you do what you can, and I'll help however I can as well. By playing Factorio.
Got some quality?
Seriously? Gonna decrease quality? There, quality's decreased. And there's the crickets. Good night, Woody. So yeah, I will next be on Thursday. I will be doing more of this, getting my fish oil together. Not night. It is night. Socials, yes, youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That's where you can find VODs. A lot of Factorio videos up there. If you've enjoyed this and you just want to hang out and watch old Factorio videos while working on a spreadsheet, I recommend it. How do I recommend it? Because I have done it the same thing. That's right, I've watched my own videos while working on a boring spreadsheet. Yeah, that's my narcissism playing out there. 3 AM this morning, hence the typo. That's fair enough. Trains are coming. They are. We're not playing music on that. That was a terrible mistake last time. Yeah, so see you guys on Thursday. And take care. Bye, everyone.